Five of Florins, Five of Swords, Knight of Goblets. It feels like you would rather be broke and fight with men for the rest of your life than ever settle for something that's beneath you. You know your worth, Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And it feels like you know how you deserve to be treated. And it feels like you would die on this hill. You will die on this hill and you will fight till your last penny or your last breath to stay away from people that have ill intentions towards you, that maybe create this idealized picture in your head and then don't deliver. Ace of Wands, Queen of Goblets. It feels like you are an inspiring person and you want a new beginning with somebody that also kind of inspires you, somebody that you can respect and look up to, somebody that you can be proud to stand next to. And it feels like you refuse to maybe try with these romantic interests that are coming into you with the energy that they're coming in with. Like you refuse to accept anything less than your worth. You are a very patient person and you are very nurturing and compassionate. And you know that you have kind of like this healing energy and you know that you attract all spectrums of different people, good and bad, because of this, because of the light that you give off, because of maybe the emotional depth or safety that people feel around you. And it feels like maybe during your life you have dealt with a lot of people that have promised things and never delivered, that have promised you happiness and love and stability but never delivered. And you always had to give this to yourself. You always had to find the stability within yourself. And now that you have almost like integrated both your masculine and your feminine entities within your soul, you'll be alone for the rest of your life if you don't find the right person. Like you don't need anyone. It feels like you want somebody to share life with. It feels like you want somebody to see you. But it feels like also you know that people will see you and you don't need it right away. Like you are a very patient person. And you know that people like you exist out there. And it feels like you refuse to settle until you find somebody that is worth being with, that is worth building with, that is worth healing, and that is worth helping and giving your very, very prosperous energy to. Your energy is not something to be played with. Like the energy that you give to others can make them feel powerful. The energy that you give to others can make them feel larger than life. And this can be bad in a way sometimes if you are working with maybe a very egotistical or self-centered person. Like if you are with somebody like that, you may build them up to become the most arrogant person in the world, to where they think they're invincible and they can't die and nothing bad will ever happen. Like you understand that your power needs to come and go to somebody that is worthy and that will be able to handle it, that will be able to not get drunk or maybe not get drunk on the power, not want to keep rising and not be able to like humble themselves, not be able to bring themselves down back to your level. You are aware of the effect you have on people. You are aware of the effect you have on maybe your divine counterparts, maybe the people that you've had in relationships. You are aware of the effect that you've had. And you know that it's powerful, and you know that you can make somebody feel larger than life. And it feels like you know that it can become deadly. You know that it can really end badly for people. It can really end badly for you. And it feels like you don't want to accept those type of people into your life anymore. You want somebody that inspires you, that makes you try to be a better person each day, not somebody that you have to like mother and check and humble them every day so they don't get too egocentric and too powerful for their own good, because with great power comes great responsibility. The Hanged Man reverse. Yeah, it feels like all your past relationships have done is kind of just delay you on the path that you're meant to take. These relationships have done nothing but delay you because of maybe the masculine or feminine energies that you've been with, wanting power and wanting control of everything, wanting to use your energy and kind of like put you in the corner. You have really been delayed by energies like this, and it feels like you have gotten your heart broken by energies like this, and it feels like this could be like death even. Like people have died in your presence and it has like rocked your world. But it's because these energies were never meant to walk this path with you. These energies were never meant to walk this journey with you. And you realize that like you are willing to walk this journey alone if you can't find a person that is able to control maybe themselves and their ego, and maybe able to humble themselves and know that there's a responsibility that comes with being with you, because this is your path and not theirs. Maybe the people that you've dated have always taken the spotlight, have taken like the seat at the table, and have kind of like, yeah, put you in a corner. Knight of Florence. You were the only responsible one ever in relationships. Like the people that you were with were never responsible enough or never wanted to take responsibility for you. Like you had to kind of like mother these people, kind of like baby them in a way, and tell them when they were doing something wrong and check them when their ego was getting too big, and kind of like force them to go the right way. Like it feels like you struggled a lot in relationships because it always felt like the responsibility landed on you. And yeah, these people that have come into your energy and kind of just used your energy have just created delays for you. And it feels like you would rather die and you would rather be homeless than ever deal with a person like this again. Like you will die on this hill, or you will go the route alone, which it feels like that's obviously what you're doing, because you know that you can handle this power. You know that you can humble yourself. You know that you can do the right thing when needed. You have a moral compass. You have a conscious energy to you, and you can read the situation very well. You're able to read situations, you're able to read things very well, and you need somebody that also is able to have this responsibility within them to take care of themselves. Yeah, because it always felt like you were taking care of both parties in this situation. You were always taking care or trying to take care of you as well as the person that you were dating or in a relationship with. And that's why it never worked, because you were never meant to be with somebody that, yeah, was meant to delay you like this. You're not meant to be with somebody that's meant to delay you. What you are doing in this world is far too great for you to veer off track again. And you realize that now. You know the depth. You know how far that goes. Like you have lived that experience, and it feels like you have learned your lesson there, letting people in that maybe don't know how to handle this energy, maybe are not responsible enough to be able to check themselves or be able to parent themselves and know what is right and wrong. Yeah. And you were with some pretty reckless people. You've dealt with like very reckless people that have kind of done whatever they wanted to do in life because they knew they had your protection. They knew they had your power, and they knew they had you in their corner. So it's like almost like the people that you dated felt like they could get away with anything and they could do whatever they wanted, and nothing bad would happen to them. But you have learned that, yeah, bad things will happen to them, because you are not meant to be somebody's mother. You're not meant to be somebody's parent. You're meant to be with a responsible person. Ten of Goblets, somebody that you can create a family with, somebody that you can trust your children with. You know, I think that's huge for you, is somebody that if something, God forbid, ever happens to you, that you know that your children are safe with this person. And it feels like you've never had that security. You've never had that security in somebody because you were always the responsible one. You were always the one that was thinking, you know, how is this going to affect us? How is this going to affect the situation? How is this going to affect the people around us? And it's like the people you were with were kind of just like riding the high of being with you, riding the good life. And yeah, you know that with your power, it can't just go to anybody. It can't just go to anybody, especially because of the family that you are meant to have, because of the kids that you are meant to have. You need to know that you can trust somebody with your future kids, with your kids, because that is what's important to you. You want to make sure that the person that you're with also has this moral responsibility within them to do the right thing. If this message resonates with you, comment below, or if you want to get a personal with me, link is in my bio.